Rajiv Kumar, the lawyer who had filed a PIL against Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren over corruption, was arrested by the Kolkata Police Detective Department on charges of allegedly duping people of money. Police said he was picked up from a bar under the Hare Street police station area, executing a warrant issued against him by the Jharkhand police. Police claim he was arrested in cheating case lodged against him in Jharkhand. Police found cash amounting Rs 50 lakh with him. As per information, he had got one PIL filed in Ranchi High Court against one Kolkata-based businessman and was demanding Rs 10 crore to withdraw the PIL. In initial negotiation, he came down to Rs 4 crore and finally to 1 crore. The first installment of Rs 50 lakh was paid on Sunday when he got caught red-handed. He also told the businessman that he had connections with central agencies and would get his house and office raided. It has been learned that he is the brain behind more than 600 PILs. Shivsena MP Sanjay Raut was arrested at midnight after hours of questioning in connection with the redevelopment of a chawl in Mumbai. Mr. Raut, 60, alleged that he was being targeted by the centre to weaken Team Thackeray. Sena has planned protests across Mumbai over Mr. Raut's arrest. Mr. Raut's brother said that Uddhav Thackeray-led Shivsena stands firmly behind the Raut family. The Shivsena and Uddhavji stand solidly behind us. A legal fight over Sanjay Raut's arrest has begun, Sunil Raut told news agency PTI. Enforcement Directorate officials have searched Mr. Raut's home for the most part of Sunday after he refused to appear for questioning despite being summoned twice. The probe agency team reached the home of the 60-year-old Sena MP at 7 a.m. on Sunday, but Mr. Raut was taken away to the Enforcement Directorate office only in the evening. The investigators want to question Mr. Raut in connection with the redevelopment of a chawl in the Mumbai and related transactions involving his wife and close associates. The Rajya Sabha MP of the Sena group, led by former Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, will be produced before a court in Mumbai later today, where the Enforcement Directorate will seek his custody, PTI reported. After the Enforcement Directorate raided Shivsena MP Sanjay Raut's house and detained him in connection with Patra land case, BJP leader Ram Kadam took a dig at him on Monday, saying it was a divine punishment. राम कदम ट्वीटेड, उधर दिया बताओ ये किसने किसको कहा था, इसलिए कहावत है चिंगारी खेल बड़ा बुरा होता है, औरों के घरों में आग लगाने का सपना खुद ही के घर में खड़ा होता है, ये ईश्वरीय दंड है, नए बदले हुए भारत के कानून तथा सशक्त लोकतंत्र के ताकत है. Now tell who told this to whom. That's what they say. It's not good to play with fire. Those who dream to set other people's house on fire, himself standing in his home. This is a divine punishment. This is New India's law, new law, the power of democracy. Mr. Raut on Sunday claimed that a central agency's action was aimed to trying to weaken the Shivsena and that a false case was prepared against him. The Shivsena leader was arrested at midnight after hours of questioning in connection with the land case. Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi advocated the Tamil Nadu government's zero-tolerance policy to violence at event in Kochi on Sunday. At the event, he said that the government has not held any single talks with any armed groups in last 8 years unless it is for surrender. He said zero tolerance is to violence. Anyone who uses a gun should be dealt with a gun. No negotiation with anyone who talks against unity and integrity of the country. No talks with any armed group in last 8 years, if only for surrender. Ravi, who was the former governor of Nagaland, said that anyone who uses gun will be dealt with a gun. Hitting out at the Congress government when the 26/11 Mumbai terrorist attack happened, the Tamil Nadu governor said when 26/11 Mumbai terrorist attack happened, the whole country was traumatized. The country was humiliated by a handful of terrorists. Within 9 months of the attack, our then PM and Pak PM signed a joint communique stating both countries were victims of the terrorism. What is this? It has to be clear if Pakistan is a friend or an enemy. Sri Lanka's President Ranil Wickremesinghe on Sunday said there is no point in demanding that he goes home as he has no home to go, while referring to the threats received from the protesters. Speaking in Kandy, a city in Sri Lanka, Wickremesinghe said that some people have threatened to stage protests demanding that he goes home, Colombo Gazette reported. In response, Vikramasinghe said, "I am appealing to you not to do that as I have no home to go." Vikramasinghe said that demanding him to go home is just a waste of time. Instead of protesters should try to rebuild his burned house. No point in telling a man who has no home to go home, he said, adding that after his house is rebuilt, then the protesters can demand that he goes home. The president said that the protesters must either rebuild the country or rebuild his house, Colombo Gazette reported.